What's up, guys? Michigan Air Gunner. Finally got our deer tags. This is my second night being out. If you're not aware, on this channel we get tags from local farmers, which get tags from DNR to come out here and take out some of the deer population that is taking out their crops. So it's not a special season, it's just special tags we get during certain parts of the year to help out the farmer. All right, so now that that's out of the way, huge shout out to High Pressure Pneumatics for sending us the tex-rex 50 cal. And if you've been keeping up with my channel, you'll know that I had a different scope set up on this, and that's because it gave me a nice little kiss with the tact cam last night. So I decided to put the Zulus on here so that way I could just record through the scope without having any extra equipment close to my eye, because it sucked. You want to check that out? Well, that was fun. So this is what happens when you put the Tacticam on and you don't hold that in your shoulder all the way. Yeah, I had blood dripping down. I had to super glue my forehead when I got home because that's just how I do things. Probably could have got a stitch or two, but super glue is easier, cheaper. Anyway, so this is kind of new. This is more of a commercial farm. Not going to say where, but they have a lot of land. This is a giant, what is this? Radish field. And then you got orchard here, high fence. Last night I was sitting down here and they came out behind me. So I'm going to see if I can go a little bit further down and get something set up. We're going to be using Mr. Hollow Point 525 grains at almost 1,000 foot-pounds out of this cannon. So anyway, we're going to walk down there, find a spot to set up, and hopefully we get something down. Let's go. All right, so basically we're going to walk over to this corner here, so we're shooting towards this hill. There's a house there, and then there's a house just about directly that way. So, I mean, yeah, there's still kind of far, but I would not want to risk it with a large slug in a lot of velocity. So you can see there are signs through here. As we get up closer to the corner, there's more signs. I did see some deer out of this field here last night, but they put me over here. So yeah, they put me in this field, so I don't want to risk anything by going to any different parts. Just stick to where they told me to go. I do know they have other hunters out here, but not in this particular part. Like I said, this is a commercial farm. They have thousands of acres across the county that I'm in. So it's pretty cool to get the opportunity to come out here. Last night definitely did not go as planned. Missed the deer, made my forehead bleed. It was very eventful, very eventful. I just was kind of angry after that and said, screw it, I'm going home. So yeah, so we'll just see what happens tonight. Hopefully the old Tex-Rex gets her done. Once we're done with the 50 cal Tex-Rex from High Pressure Pneumatics, we're going to be trying the 457 from Fox Air Power. Without these guys, man, we would not be able to make all these videos. Well, we'd still make videos, just we wouldn't have as many new toys. You'd just be seeing the old stuff all the time. So it's kind of hot. I'm gonna quit rambling and get to the spot that I'm hopefully gonna shoot a deer in. All right, so last night I was sitting by that bush right there watching this, thinking they'd come out of that corner. but they ended up coming out of here into this little patch. So I gotta figure out where I want to sit, because there's that house over there. So I don't want to shoot that way. I could sit here by these pickers and shoot down. That seems like a decent option. Or go to the other side, but then this has a hump, so I won't be able to see over it. Decisions. I know, the gash on my head just makes me look that much more sexier. It's alright. I understand. Let's get serious for a minute. Post in the comments what you would do. Would you A, sit on the other side of this little field and shoot this way? Or would you sit on this side to shoot the safest way possible? I mean, that way's safe too, but sitting on this side, you cannot see that edge. You gotta hope that they come up into like the middle of the field. So you won't be able to see anything but the tops of their heads, like, unless they come into the field or the middle of this field. I'm gonna sit here and think about it. Like I said, see that? It's just a hump. I don't like not being able to see what's coming out.
A few moments later.
The field, like right across from here, is only 50 yards. So anything that comes out in the middle of it, like if it was right in front of me, it's gonna be less than 50 yards. But if it's down a little ways, it'll be, hopefully we keep it within 60. This gun can do 100 yards easy, but I really don't want to have to push it. I don't know this spot very well. I'm new to this spot, so the less I have to track something, the better. High hopes. Alright, so I weighed my options. And I'd like to be over there, but there's people over there having some sort of get together. And I don't want to be a dick and start shooting while they're all hanging out. They got a big old tent and stuff set up, so I guess I'll sit here and hope I see whatever's over there. Walk over here. I have a good window of where I can shoot off to the side here. I just can't shoot this in a diagonal. But if they're straight across, there's nothing over there for me to hit. So we should be all right. If they come out of this corner over here, we'll be all right. And then anything that comes out in front of us, we'll be all right. We'll just sit here and wait. All right, guys. Not the biggest deer, but out here, let's brown it down. They're sitting in that bush right there. Maybe 50 yards. And she ran just over this way. I don't think she went far. We're gonna flip you guys over. We're just gonna go walk to the edge of this field. All right, she was right around in here. Not seeing a lot of blood, or any blood at the moment. But it is an air gun, so they're not all bleeders. We're just gonna walk up here, check it out. I bet you she's just inside of that grass. Nothing goes far. And still, I'm not seeing no blood out here. Let's take a look, see. All right, it was just inside the grass. There's the field. There's the deer. All right, there it is. Definitely not the biggest deer in the world, but it is meat in the freezer. Let's take a look here. Looks like my shot was still double lung, but a little, I think I was aiming more right in there, but tis what it is. Complete pass through as expected with so many foot-pounds. So definitely no reason to try to dig out the slug that's not there. Whew, what a good night. And that's how you keep farmers happy around here. If they're does, they go down. Little doe, still meat in the freezer. Anyway, tex-rex 50 cal, get the job done. She probably ran, I want to say 30 yards, if that, just inside of this weed line. I just walked into the wrong part. If I would have walked diagonal a little more, we would have found her right off the bat. So, time to get to work.